Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm reviewing a premium desktop computer that can handle everything from creative work to light gaming, the Dell XPS 8950. This isn't your average pre-built tower, it's sleek, professional, and backed by Dell's legacy of combining performance with style. In this review, I'll break down the specs, the real-world performance, thermals, upgradability, and who this machine is really for. Whether you're building a home office powerhouse or just want a rig that won't look like a spaceship on your desk, this review is for you. Also, the link to this desktop computer will be included in the video description below. Now, let's kick things off with the design. The XPS 8950 isn't flashy, no RGB, no tempered glass side panel, no sharp edges or aggressive branding. Instead, you get a clean, minimalist tower with an aluminum front panel, subtle airflow vents, and a matte black or platinum silver finish. It's about the size of a traditional mid-tower, but it's laid out smartly. The design blends into professional or home setups without screaming gamer, which is great if you need power without the LED circus. Everything feels solid with good build quality, the chassis has a premium feel to it, and opening it up is a breeze thanks to the two-less side panel. Now let's talk about ports and connectivity. On the front, you get easy access ports, USB-C, multiple USB-A ports, a headphone mic combo jack, and an SD card reader. That's perfect for quick plug and play with accessories or drives. On the back, you got even more I/O options depending on your configuration, more USB-A ports, USB-C, HDMI, DisplayPort, Ethernet, and audio jacks. If you opt for a discrete GPU, these ports get added too. Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.2 are standard, which is solid for future-proofing your wireless needs. Overall connectivity is one of this machine's strengths. Whether you are setting up a dual-monitor workspace or plugging in multiple drives and peripherals, you are covered. Now here's where the things get interesting, because the XPS 8950 can be customized to your needs. You can configure it with Intel's 12 or 13th generation core processors, from a solid i5 all the way to an i9 13900. For graphics, it ranges from integrated Intel UHD up to NVIDIA RTX 3080. There's also AMD Radeon options, though most creatives and gamers lean NVIDIA for CUDA support and overall performance. Memory, you can pack in up to 128GB of DDR RAM, though most users will find 32 or 64GB more than enough. For storage, it supports dual M2 drives and an optimal 3.5-inch HDD bay, so whether you need speed or mass storage, it's flexible. One important note, Dell's proprietary motherboard and PSU design means upgrades are possible, but within limits. If you want to swap in a new GPU later, make sure your PSU can handle it. By the way, prices on this desktop update almost weekly with sales and other general price drops, so if you want to find the most updated information, simply check out the video description and you'll find the latest prices. And of course, if you find this video helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Now let's talk about real-world use. If you're using this for content creation, photo editing, video rendering, graphic design, the XPS 8950 holds up well. In Adobe Premiere, for example, an i7 or i9 paired with an RTX 3070 handles 4K footage with ease. Export times are fast, playback is smooth, and scrubbing through timelines doesn't lag. Lightroom users will appreciate how fast RAW files load and export, especially if you max out the RAM and go with an SSD setup. And for 3D modeling in Blender or CAD software, the higher-end GPU options and CPU cores make this a strong performer. Is it a true workstation? Not quite, but for prosumers, freelancers, or small businesses, it absolutely delivers. Now let's talk about gaming. If you want to game after hours, the XPS 8950 can pull it off too. With an RTX 3060 or above, you can run most modern titles at 1440p on high to ultra settings. In games like Cyberpunk 2077, expect playable frame rates with DLSS turned on. For competitive titles like Valorant, Apex Legends, or Warzone, it's smooth sailing at higher refresh rates. Just don't expect overclocking tools or game-focused features. This is a work-first, game-second rig, but the cooling holds up under load and fan noise stays moderate unless you are pushing it hard. Thermals are solid overall. Dell includes a decent air cooler for the CPU with optional liquid cooling in higher configs. There's also front and rear airflow with additional intake vents on the side. Under load, the CPU and GPU stay within safe temperature ranges, and Dell's fan curves prioritize silence. That said, during long rendering sessions or gaming marathons, you'll hear the fan spin up. It's not obnoxious but noticeable. The case airflow design is efficient, just don't expect enthusiast-level thermals. It's quiet when idle, tolerable under pressure, and stable. Now let's talk about upgradability. One of the nice things about the XPS 8950 is that you can get in an upgrade without much hassle. Swapping RAM, SSDs, or the GPU is straightforward. The layout is clean with space to route cables and even some wiggle room for airflow. That said, because Dell uses proprietary motherboard connectors and PSU layouts, full module upgrades are trickier. For example, upgrading to a third-party PSU might be difficult due to sizing or wiring, and BIOS support can limit what GPUs or RAM types are officially recognized. So yes, it's upgradable, but you will want to check compatibility if you go beyond the basics. Now let's talk about noise and power consumption. In everyday use, web browsing, emails, media consumption, the XPS 8950 is whisper quiet. Under load, like during gaming or rendering, the fans spin up audibly but never reach jet engine territory. Power consumption depends on your build. A maxed out configuration with an i9 and RTX 3080 can easily draw 400 to 500 watts under full load. But for most users running an i7 with a mid-range GPU, expect lower draw, made relatively efficient. Now, Dell includes its Support Assist software, which is actually useful for checking driver updates, running diagnostics, and keeping the system healthy. Beyond that, bloatware is minimal. You may get a McAfee trial or some Dell apps, but nothing that tanks performance. Windows 11 comes pre-installed and it runs beautifully on this machine. Boot times are fast, app launching is instant, and overall system responsiveness is top tier. Pricing varies a lot depending on your configuration. Base models start at around $900 to $1,000, which gives you solid specs for general use. High-end models with discrete graphics and maxed out CPUs can climb to $2,500 or more. That's not cheap, but when you factor in the build quality, design, support, and out-of-the-box performance, it's really competitive. You're paying for polish and peace of mind, not just raw specs. If you're comparing this to building your own PC, yes, you will pay more, but not everyone wants to deal with parts, drivers, and BIOS updates. This is the kind of PC you buy when you want to just start working. So the Dell XPS 8950 isn't the flashiest tower on the market, but that's the point. It's designed for people who need serious performance in a refined, no-nonsense package. From content creators in gaming to general productivity, this machine can do it all. It's not the most customizable or cheapest option, but what you get is a polished, stable, and attractive system that will last you years. If you're looking for a desktop computer that delivers workstation-level power in a sleek, understated chassis, the XPS 8950 is an excellent choice. So guys, let me know in the comments, are you planning to pick up this desktop computer or are you going to stick with what you already have? That's it for this video, guys. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if this video is helpful, and make sure to check out the description for links to find the most up-to-date pricing on this desktop computer. See you in the next one.